If you've ever watched a Deltarune comic dub, you know many of them suck. Either from immersion-breaking writing from the comic itself, or just bad voice acting. But I hear you say, so what would make a good comic dub then? I'm glad you asked, because that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you today. And I'll possibly be convincing you guys to raise your standards a bit for the type of stuff you like. First, we have to go straight to the root of the problem and analyze why so many comic dubs fall flat by looking at some examples. In this segment, I'm just going to be reacting to some of the best Deltarune comic dubs I could find. I honestly think this is like a good representation of the current fandom's Deltarune comic dub ability. And we're just going to be going through all the comics, just reacting to all of them, talking about the writing, talking about all the problems, and how they can be improved. So first off, this is the first comic dub. Right off the bat, I gotta give this guy props because it looks really promising. It has great potential for no particular reason, but let's just see how it goes. Wait, never mind. Right off the bat, they're just making up some random sounds for the characters, like they think they own the comic for some reason. And where is this whistle? I didn't see whistle written in the text. Surely this can't be from Kris. There's literally no way. Are you taking... Hold on. I thought this comic would be good. This is already off to a rocky start. 5 seconds in. Are you taking notes? You're such a nerd. This is literally a Susie note. When has Kris ever said that someone is a nerd throughout the entire span of all chapters? Like, if you said this was a note from Susie, I'll literally believe you because this does not sound like a Kris-styled note at all.
Kris.
And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They forgot the dot in the I. Are you serious? This is a person that had a spell? Because that's the impression I'm getting with how much spelling mistakes, how much letter mistakes are being present in the entire comic. Oh my days.
Another one?
Another one. And they thought they were slick including this DJ Khaled reference in the middle of the comic. Like, are we for real right now? Another one? What's next? Rousey's gonna say, "We the best." Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, where? First it was the whistle sound effect, and the humming from Rousey. Now there's weird goat moaning being played. Where is the speech bubble indicating any of this being played or said in the entire comic? Like, you just cannot go off script. As a professional voice actor that's been in the business for 20 years, you just cannot go off script like this. This is by far the worst instance I've ever seen of someone just completely thinking they own the entire comic and just making up anything they want. First comic dub, it had a promising start. It had great potential right off the bat. But then it just nosedived from there with the weird sound effects being played that came from nowhere. The author just, for some reason, just decided to include it for no reason. And the immersion-breaking parts with specifically Rousey moaning for no reason when there was literally no speech bubble. This comic, it's good for what it is, but there's still glaring problems that persist throughout the entire thing that kind of ruined my viewing experience. This one's called Scars.
Whoa, 6 scars. Did you get those in a fight? Whoa.
They're just really not giving me a break, aren't they? I'm not a huge Deltarune fan, and this is literally, what, my first day being in the fandom. But why the fudge did they give Susie an edgy corpse husband male voice? Am I missing something? Isn't Susie a girl? It's literally in the name.
Oh, 6 scars. Did you get those in a fight too? I got a cool one on my back. No, I did it.
Wait. Hold on. What the heck is this audio mixing? I feel like Kris is whispering right in my ear. Not that I wouldn't like that, pause, but this is not ASMR. I don't see ASMR in the title.
What? You did it? With a knife.
And why the flip does Kris now sound like Penguin Z0? This is the thing, guys. As a professional voice actor that's been in the business for 10 years, 20 years, doing roles for Marvel, Epic Games, Rockstar, you always need to make sure the voice you give to a character stays consistent. Like, I don't even know who's speaking right now if it wasn't for the picture of the speech bubble. And oh, very clever. I see what you guys did there. Black speech bubble with knife, black knife, really? You just can't shoehorn random Deltarune references and think you've unlocked the code. Moving on.
When I was younger. Why? Curiosity, anger, boredom, fear, anxiety, frustration.
Does Kris have schizophrenia? Because nowhere in the game did I ever see any references of that. And it's like, they're doing like this weird cliche of the schizophrenic voices coming up with the reverb and echo. Like, it just honestly is not good. You would never want to include this if you're actually trying to be professional and actually trying to make something serious.
Doesn't it hurt slashing yourself? It does. Then why would you do it if it hurts, dumbass?
And hold on. Why? Is this like a Deltarune joke or something? Why has nearly every panel have had Kris with their eyes wide open, or at least eye wide open? Like, you'd think that they would have blinked by now, but literally 4 panels in, their eyes are wide open like they've seen a ghost. And Susie's actually blinked for once, but Kris has literally been wide-eyed throughout the entire freaking comic.
You do it if it hurts, dumbass.
Like, Kris would literally have dry eyes by now. They would literally need eye drops, and there's nothing being said about that in the writing, so I gotta instantly take points off for that really bad writing and really bad foresight.
You're so sweet, Susie.
This might be like some kind of weird April Fool's thing, or this might just be the character, like the original author's weird fantasies, their weird, beautiful, dark, twisted fantasies being projected into Kris. But why do they make Kris some weird, lovey-dovey, cuddly character when throughout the entire game they're meant to be some spooky, dark, edgy, mysterious character? Kris literally would never go up into someone's lap and start hugging them and say you're so sweet. This is obviously, and they have the nerve to include nuzzle as well. Kris is not Rousey, bro. Kris is not the type to nuzzle someone, and they just think this is okay. Like, literally, if you've seen this comic and you've seen Kris nuzzling and hugging, and you haven't just reported it already, you obviously just want to see this entire fandom rot, because this is literally what ruins characters in the fandom.
What does that have to do with anything?
Literally, what does that have to do with anything? What does this weird fantasy projection have to do with anything in the entire comic?
10 minutes later.
And SpongeBob? Really? First we had the weird fetishes and fantasies being put in the comic, and now they're putting SpongeBob? Like, this might as well just be some random game. This might as well just be Mario Kart. Because this whole thing has just been so weird with its weird references and weird writing that completely just invalidates all the hard work Toby has put in the entire game.
Give my arm back? Nah, don't think so. You're not taking proper care of it. It'll be happier with me. Fair. Next time you're upset, kick a trash can or something.
And I'm so confused. Who is speaking? Why is the speech bubble here, facing towards Kris? Like, if it wasn't for the weird voice mixing and weird edgy voice they've given to Susie, I'd literally think this is Kris speaking right now. Because the speech bubble is just not helping at all.
Okay.
And that's it, finally. Okay. Second comic dub. It was similar to the first one. It had a really sharp nosedive in quality at the start. And they've kind of added like their own weird writing that completely just doesn't reflect anything at all in the entire game series. And they've just added weird references to other media for some reason. Like, they don't even treat the Deltarune IP with any form of respect. if they're adding SpongeBob. Like, if I had to give this one a rating, I'll just say maybe a 2, maybe a 3 out of 10. I'm kind of disappointed in just the voice acting skill, the writing being completely and just being a completely different story, actual Deltarune one. You could add any other character in this entire comic and it would be the exact same. Like, nowhere in this entire comic was the writing from chapter 1 and chapter 2 reflected. Moving on to the third one.
Hi, Susie.
Hold on. Wait. Right off the bat, I gotta condemn this entire dub because they made Noelle sound like Sandy Cheeks. Am I missing something? Is this meant to be a joke? I literally analyzed everything in Deltarune as part of my job, and not once did I hear Noelle be a redneck. I'm just so confused of like these voice actors just adding random voices that do not reflect the characters they're voicing at all.
Why are you holding Kris like that?
Kris? Nah, man, this is some dog I found.
Oh my gosh! I'm noticing a trend in Deltarune Comic Dubs, or comics specifically. They just really destroy Kris in that writing. They diminish him to being some pet, some kind of dog, when in reality he's meant to be an evil, kinda mysterious, scary person like I said before. Why on earth is Susie saying Kris is a dog? Could they not have taken this entire thing with any more respect?
I actually just taught it a trick. Come on, Kris, show her. Bark.
Like, Kris is not a furry dude. Just my biggest pet peeve when artists literally just make up random things about characters in their fan-made material when none of this would ever be in the game at all. This is just some weird fantasy at this point. It's really just immersion breaking.
Dude, that bark sucked ass! I thought it was awesome, actually.
This is another problem, and it really shatters the immersion. You can tell Kris and Susie are voiced by the same person, and they literally have the exact same voice. If it wasn't for the speech bubble, I would not know who's speaking right now. That's the thing.
Weirdly endearing.
And if this is meant to be a Noelle fort, why do we hear it? That's an instant checkmate, and a 0 out of 10 comic dub.
She's still holding Kris.
Okay, that was it. So, this comic kind of disappointed me because it has really good art. It has kind of an interesting premise. But as soon as I saw Kris being held like a dog, that just broke all semblance of immersion for me. That kind of just ruined the entire thing. If I had to give it a score, I'll be generous. I'll say a 2 out of 10. I'm just kind of really disappointed. So hopefully now you understand all the main reasons for why these popular comic dubs have fallen flat. Now let me show you how it's really done by dubbing the most accurate, well-written Deltarune comic with my authentic voice acting skills. Now here is the comic that I'm gonna dub. So let's just begin. You're not subtle. Ha, says you. What? I'm all kinds of subtle. Right. No, you're right actually. Wait! It's gonna be so obvious I'm voicing both characters. Okay, I've got just a plan for this. Okay, I'm gonna spare you guys from my cameraman's weird mouth ASMR for a second and just explain what happened. So basically, we went out in public and tried to find people to read the Krause comic for the video, and we actually found someone that was willing to do it. After I explained to him that it's like for some school assignment or whatever, and unfortunately my mic did not pick up anything. It's the thing I have in my pocket, the phone. So you're gonna have to deal with the background noise, but that's it. Back to the video.
Yeah, okay. Is it like now or? Are you busy? No, I'm free.
Yeah, right now. Just
Okay.
1 minute of time.
Yeah.
He's just recording, so I can send him my
Really? Sure, no problem.
I'll read one part, you can read one part. So, ha, says you.
You're not subtle. Oh,
Right.
wait, sorry.
It's like,
I get it now.
right, no. You're right, actually.
What? I'm all kinds of subtle.
Like the apple thing, that was really subtle.
Yes.
Or you constantly blushing whenever I'm 3 feet of you. Could mean anything.
Stop.
I thank you.
Thanks.
And there you have it. I just fixed Deltarune Comic Dubs. No need to thank me, I know, I make it look easy. But you know something that isn't easy? Being stuck developing a FNAF fan game for 10 years. Click the video on screen to learn more, and trust me, it isn't about laziness or wasting time. The real answer goes much deeper than you think.